Jaden, and today we are going to talk about chapter 3 in The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill, and this is going to be a great book, a great read, and this is about to get very exciting. We were left off at a cliffhanger in the last 2 chapters. Now it's time to go to chapter 3. Okay, chapter 3, in which a witch accidentally magics an infant. Who do you think that the infant is going to be? Probably that girl with the birthmark that looked like a... Wait, I think that... that looked like a crescent moon. Now, it describes a small swamp. And it was fed by an underground spring or whatever. And have you ever been to a swamp before? And if so, what do you think about swamps? I think about them as a place with a lot of mosquitoes and malaria, but I also think about them as diverse ecosystems with fish, and other really cool things. And then, what do you think is the main thing, in your opinion, that really, really, really is different from this world? And what is one thing from this chapter that you would really like? Well, one thing that you can tell is really different. Well, there's a lot of things. 1, there's a swamp monster. 2, there's a witch. 3, the slick slime that covers the swamp is like poison green, lightning blue, blood red. Those are things that you can't really see a lot in Earth, or maybe even 0. So actually, this is pretty cool. And one thing I would wish that we had was probably like a warm volcano underneath that would like warm the area. We'd have a lot of that, but I wish that we could somehow extract the power from the Earth's core, that heat, into stuff like bathtubs and stuff, to warm water. I'm gonna have to think about that. Now, what did you think about the witch? Did you think that the witch was evil? No way. First of all, she's nice, right? She looks sort of nice, and she even has like a brightness in her eyes and a sort of a smile. And then she also tells the swamp monster to apologize, which is mostly, witches don't tell people to apologize. Also, she doesn't seem mean. She seems nice, like a grandmother or something. And anyway, he even made a promise, and also she's keeping a dragonling. She's helping a dragonling. So I really think that she's a pretty good witch. At least we actually know that there is a witch, though she's a good witch. That's good. Now, do you think that Zan, do you think that there's more good in her or more bad in her? And at first, did you trust her? Do you still trust her? Yeah, from the beginning I trusted her, and now I really trust her. She's awesome. And then Glurk, the swamp monster, I thought was awesome too. A swamp monster, in my opinion, that's awesome. I mean, mostly Newbery Medal books are not chosen on fantasy, but like this one was a fantasy and it won a Newbery medal. And like for example, like How to Trap a Tiger, which was another Newbery winning book, which was awesome. I really like those fantasy Newbery medals and not the mostly historical fiction. Those are good too. But I like fantasy the best. And also action and adventure. And now, do you think that that this small tiny dragon, I mean like, what did you think about this? I mean like there's even dragons around here. We're actually meeting a dragon that actually clears a lot up, right? The dragon right here. That magic's actually possible. You know that, and then after this girl, probably with the girl with the crescent moon, birthmark, or they wouldn't really mention her. She would just be one of those random people who put, and they would put the kids in the woods. And then, for some reason though, she was saved by the witch. Let's keep on looking at, and seeing what's gonna happen. Actually, like Zan, remembers that every year a baby is put out to die from the protector, and she doesn't really understand it, right? So, and it's really ironic. Why is it really ironic? And also, were you surprised that an actual witch was actually in the woods and that she was actually taking the babies? Though, actually, she was helping the babies by taking them so that they would not die and taking them to, the free cities on the other side of the road. And, they were happy and they loved people. And actually, yeah, the free cities sounds good. Free, right? So I like that sound. I like the sound of it. And what do you think about this forest? Do you think that it's more dangerous than it's not dangerous? What do you think? Well, I think that it will make a great national park. I mean, really, like boiled streams and cooked mud and waterfalls and stuff. I mean, like that would make great national park stuff. Like vents that spewed odors and ash and all of that, and poisonous air. I mean, yeah, maybe that poisonous air thing is a little dangerous, but really, the forest itself is a very big geologic wonder, right? And Zan didn't do anything about it. At least I don't think she did. And then Zan transformed into a tree. What did you think about that skill? And I have a question. Which power would you have most? Would you have liked most? And it has to be a power, and it can't be like I can do all the powers, stuff like that. It can't be like, it can't, I can't have all the powers, and you can't have all of something. Unless you have the power to get all the chocolate or something. I think that you know what I mean. And now, do you think that, Zan is a very, very powerful witch? Like, you've read about other witches. Who do you think is the most powerful? Maybe Zan? Well, she is definitely powerful, but I wouldn't say the most powerful witch that I've read about. I've read a lot of fiction stories, and I've seen way more powerful witches. So, I have to say she would be in the top 10 most powerful witches. Yeah, at least that. Now, actually, I thought that another really, really awesome thing was that, the Star Children, right? Because, I thought that was really cool. Like, Zan would grab the starlight and she will feed it to the child, and then they will become Star Children, and they will be really, 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 actually, let me just read a sentence from the book. Quote, "They were accomplished, generous of spirit, and successful. When they died of old age, they died rich." Unquote. I mean, whoa, that's awesome. So but it says that witch, right? It says the witch accidentally magics the infant, which would be the girl, right? That small child. And really, if you think about it, I mean, it doesn't say that the star children, are magicked. It's just that they get a lot of good luck and stuff, and good omen. And besides, Zan accidentally did it. I mean, Starlight doesn't seem to really magic though, and she wouldn't have. And even if she had done it accidentally, it wouldn't have been a problem. So, what do you think that the witch did to the child that made it magical, even if it was accidental? Now, do you think that this girl is going to also just head to the Free Cities? I don't know. I mean, if she's magicked, I've read a lot of books and I've watched movies, like Star Wars, where like the Master Jedi takes on the apprentice. Though I don't know. I might be like totally wrong, but maybe so, right? Let's keep on going. Now, so Zan actually begins to feel like, she's sobbing more and more, probably because she likes this baby even more than the others, right? Which is good. I mean, like, that's good for her, right? And then suddenly, she grabbed the moonlight. And she was like, I don't know. And she had the moonlight, and she gave it to the baby, which meant, oh man, magic. The baby is now in magic, which means that that Zan will have an apprentice, or at least she will now officially be a grandmother she's adopting somebody, which I think is awesome. Now, I have a question. Would you like to be one of the Starlight children or somebody in magic? I mean, like, really, would you just like to live a good normal life and be really successful and happy, or would you like to have magic? Oh, magic, definitely. I mean, like, with magic, I could be like, okay, I'm gonna try a really good spell. I mean, because really, it isn't just about leaning back and relaxing and being like, wave, 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 and then getting this awesome mansion. Though I might do that, but still, the really, really good thing is that you can help poverty. I mean, like, you can be like, I'm gonna go to Afghanistan. In Afghanistan, let's say that there's like a place where it's in poverty. Well, when everybody's sleeping, let's say that there's like a raid or something, and everybody's really, really is tired and sobbing. Well, I'll just make them go to sleep and then change the whole thing so that when they wake up, I mean, like, I don't want to have it like completely like new, or they'll think it's just magic. But, and I mean, like, if I just snap my fingers with magic, they might, like, faint when they see it. So instead, with the magic, I'll repair the buildings a little, and then before they all woke up, I would like prepare like a big stack of like bricks and stuff. I would help injured people a little, and finally, I would put a lot of food and supplies. When they woke up, well, I'll just, and they'll just see the supplies and they'll be like, awesome, and they can rebuild. So if I use my magic too powerfully, that might be bad. But if I actually help those communities prosper, that's going to be great. I mean, like, with the supplies, with the food, and with the, like the building material and everything, they could rebuild their houses, get their people well again sooner, eat better, and just be happy. And then, maybe they'll build sturdier houses, or maybe they'll have like a guard or something. I don't know. Point is, I'm going to use my magic so that everybody benefits from it. And then the girl's named Luna. A perfect thing because, you know, I mean like moon, Luna. If you don't know Spanish, you can look it up. But yes, Luna